What is going on, guys? DBG here, and today maybe 2K have released a MyTeam blog, but whether they've released it or not, I cannot find it anywhere, the full blog. It seems like we have a summary here from Brian Mazik, and again, Brian Mazik is normally the person who actually releases the blog, so I'm pretty confident that he's correct with pretty much everything that he is saying here. So basically, he has said that there's 6 key areas for the blog, as well as that these are some of the new things in the game. So it should be quite interesting. I'm guessing wherever the blog is, the MyTeam trailer is going to be there as well. So I don't know. Like, I'm probably going to react to this, do like reacting to the trailer, and then react to the full blog. But you kind of never know. So shared current and next gen collections. Users entire will carry over to next gen. Okay, there should be, I think they need to be a little bit more clear with this, because there's a difference between carrying over to next gen and like being like, oh, what FIFA did in FIFA 14, where you had like a one-off switch. So we don't know whether you can constantly switch between both gens or not. I assume you can, but you just never know. Okay, so seasons. This is interesting. MyTeam is introducing the seasons concept, which will last 6 weeks and will dictate the launch of new content throughout the mode. Seasons will be free to participate in. Okay, what does this mean? Like, what exactly does this mean? It will dictate the launch of content. So would that mean there'd be like Fortnite, where it's like season 2 and the game mode resets? No, there has to be something different. It's saying this is to dictate the launch of new content. I really want to know more about this. Like, this is the one thing in this blog that like I really am very confused about is what this means. So they'll be free to participate in. So like, I'm guessing do you play in seasons, but it dictates the content. So by that sentence, it makes it sound like it's not to do with playing, that it's almost like a Fortnite season 1 type thing. I don't know. I'm a bit weird on that one, but at the end of the day, I don't think it's... is it going to be a good sign? Because of the amount of like different ways of playing the game, I don't know how exactly... It's like seasons will be free to participate, but there's also like MyTeam Unlimited and Limited. Like, there's so much of these like MyTeam different things, which we'll talk about later. So I don't know what seasons... It's like, it's not going to be like seasons or divisions in FIFA. I think you'd have some sort of Fortnite aspect. It's going to be a way for 2K to make more money. Considering the fact it dictates content, I'm pretty sure it's going to be a way for 2K to make more money, but you just never know. Isn't it a really interesting one? So 2K is bringing back badge cards. I never thought they were going to do that again. I never thought they were going to do it. And it's a weird one. Like, there's positives and negatives to it. They evidently didn't think that it was enough of like... They evidently thought it was either a negative to player experience or it wasn't enough of a money maker that they weren't going to get rid of them. So it says you can upgrade special skills with allowing you to add them to players. So you can buy Hall of Fame badges by the looks of things. Oh God. Oh wow. Please tell me that this is just a typo and that you can't buy Hall of Fame badges. Or that if you do, Hall of Fame badges are nerfed completely. Because like, there is nobody that should have like the stuff that Hall of Fame badges should do, nobody should have them, except for like maybe Steph and Dame with Hall of Fame range. Like, there should be, like, it should only go to gold. Go back to 2K16. Like, Hall of Fame badges are just ridiculous. Then you can now, and then for Evo packs of eligible cards, for example, 2K can now choose between a few different badges to equip to Evo cards as they move up to their highest possible tier. Is designed to make Evo cards unique. Yeah, so like what we all thought was going to happen with Evo cards seems to be the case. So nothing really that's a surprise. But these are the big ones. MyTeam Limited and Unlimited. MyTeam Limited will be available every Friday to Sunday. Players will be competing for in-game championship rings. A new ring will be available every weekend. Competitions will have a variety of teams. I don't know how you get these championship rings, but considering that it says if you earn every ring in each season, you unlock the seasonal reward for Limited. So that's a bit of a weird one, because like there'll be, say if there's 8 rings to be won, that'll be almost like going 12-0 for those rewards. I'm guessing you only have to do a certain amount of things, like win, say, 30 games in a weekend. One thing that's really interesting is the variety of teams. One week you'll be asked to play with a lineup that doesn't have a card above Ruby. Another week, a challenge under 25. And you know what that means? That means that there's a whole load of hype, because whatever the challenge is, it ends up being that it's going to bump up the price of said cards. So, for example, if there's no reason to get rid of just a bunch of cards because like these are absolutely worthless, because who knows? Who knows? They may all have worth. They may all have worth, like. At any given stage, any card could have worth in NBA 2K20, which again is, NBA 2K21, if I call it 2K20 prior to this, I'm sorry. But that could be an interesting thing, because again, all cards lower than rubies. All of a sudden, if the weekend league involves ruby cards, Dante DiVincenzo suddenly goes to 50k, and if you've stocked up on DiVincenzo, so you can start, like, it'll be a very interesting thing predicting what the themes are going to be. Like then suddenly under 25 and Luka Doncic and Zion shoot up in price, whereas they might have been cheaper previously. That becomes really, really interesting. Would it be annoying? Yes. It'll be annoying for some people. But if you start predicting these things, and for me anyway, anything that stops people running with the greatest cards in the world every single game, a lot of people are like, oh, like talking about me, they're like, oh, you're only good because you use overpowered cards. Man, I'm a national play now champion. There are not many people in the world that if you would beat me in a day one challenge, as in everyone using their day one squads, there are not many guys in the world who will beat me in that competition. So I'm all for this. I am all for these themes and restriction squads, different restrictions. I'm all for it. I'm so happy about this. And then Unlimited, thank God. This is what we've all been asking for. I still wish it was a casual mode, but I'm so happy about this. So, in Unlimited, you'll be competing through 9 leagues/tiers. So it'll be like, I'm guessing it's one tier for like, it'll be probably bronze, silver, gold, or emerald, sapphire, ruby, amethyst, diamond, pink, diamond. Oh, that's 10. That's a weird one. It says bronze league and you advance to the Galaxy Opal League. I'm guessing there's 10 leagues. I'm guessing they just added up the maths around, but there's 10 tiers. So I'm guessing that's what it means. Unless they got rid of a tier. They might have merged. No, what tier would they have gotten rid of? Because we know Sapphire, we know Ruby's a thing. Did they get rid of the Amethyst tier or something? Did they just say, you know what, we're just going to get rid of Amethyst and go straight from Ruby to Diamond? Because there's 9 leagues, they're just missing out a tier. But the Bronze League may require you to win 12 games, or 3 out of 12 to advance. Silver is required for 4 out of 12. Until you reach Galaxy Opal, where you need to go 12-0 to claim your reward. I'm guessing Unlimited might start. Maybe do you start at the end of every month? You go back to the Bronze League or something. That would be kind of interesting. It would be a pain to try to go 12-0 in a month if that's the case, unless you go 12-0 like in NBA 2K17 and you get like prestigious for a Duncan. People finish that way too early though, so. It'll be a bit of a weird one. Maybe once a month there's a 12-0 reward for the Galaxy Opal, and you need to work your way up to the Galaxy Opal tier initially. And that would honestly just mean that the 12-0 sweat is even greater. It is even greater because you're only going to be playing against unbelievable players. But it'll be a little bit interesting. I'm happy to see there's some sort of a road to the playoff type format back. So I think that it could be interesting. This is something that the next two things, it's not like I'm worried about. It's not like I think that they're the greatest, like the worst thing in the world, but the idols replacing prime cards, because I'm going to talk about the exchange at the end. Idols replacing prime cards, they're the same thing. They're the same thing, same as 20th anniversary. Feature 15 special release cards called idols. First pull pink time September. It's been the exact same the last 2 years. And the exchange. You can trade cards that you aren't using for cards you need. All I'm going to say is this basically makes it legal to... No, it doesn't make it legal. This is going to have like an entire black market. That's all I'm going to say. There is going to be like an entire... As much as the coin black market is a thing, maybe it's to stop coin sellers. Maybe it's there just like, you know what? We don't care that much about the individual selling coins, but it's the whole like coin selling industry. That's the problem. So it'll be a weird one that it's not going to be like replacing the auction house. But for example, there'll be now, instead of prices on MT, to an extent, there'll be more so prices on cards. Like there'll be individuals, say, selling instead of a million MT for, just for example, a million MT for $100, they'll go out, and if there's LeBron that's a million MT, someone will be randomly just there on Twitter, I have LeBron, pay me $100 for LeBron. So you're going to see something like that. Or there's going to be a black market, because of these coin sites farming all their MT, there's going to be a direct black market for cards. So you'll be paying the coin sites X amount of money for their cards. So that would be an interesting thing. But it's a problem that we're going to have to wait to see, but I think it's going to be a bit of a problem. But anyway, yeah, so that's pretty much it. There's not that much we've seen from it. I'm guessing there is some sort of a blog with more detail that we just haven't seen yet that I can't find. But so far, my team seems pretty good. So anyway, that's the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.